What is good, y'all? SGG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Indianapolis Colts rebuild video, baby. And today we'll be getting into the bye week as well as try to get through weeks 14 and 15 here against New York as we're going to continue our way through the season, man. So if you guys are enjoying the series, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps show it out to other people. We're going to keep the series going for as long as possible. MLB The Show is around the corner, so we'll be jumping on a rebuild over there too as well. So hope you guys are enjoying the rebuild content on this side. But like I said, we're going to be getting into the bye week first. We have a lot of stuff that we got to cover. We have prospects that we got to get to because I have not shown you guys any of this yet. We finally got just about everybody at the 50% mark. We got our 3 top prospects basically fully scouted. So we'll be taking a look at them. And kind of going into my favorites list of players that we're looking at so far. So obviously tight end, still a position that I'm looking at here. Not too many positions on offense. I mean, quarterback, halfback, and receiver, I feel like we're good. So just kind of tight end, offensive line. Here we got 4 really good ones to kind of look at. Max McCain, Jaden Muldrow, Anthony St. Louis, and Jerry Callaway. All of them kind of later round guys, so not really trying to pick up a highly touted first rounder, but all are very tall. You see here for Jerry Callaway, great to elite speed. Good to great, just about all of his other athletic abilities. A, catching traffic, B, catching, A in his run block finesse, A to B in run blocking. So he'll come in and be able to block. It looks like at least run the deeper routes, catch the ball really well, be sure-handed. Same thing kind of here with Anthony St. Louis, great to elite speed. A in that catching and catching traffic ratings. B in his run blocking, A in his short route running, unlike the one we looked at before where he was like at the A to C or B to D range on the short route running, which could turn into be a C. Looks like he'll come in running the short routes efficiently, which we could use from a tight end 2 or 3 perspective. Jaden here, great to elite speed as well. And you see all these guys are tall. I like my tight ends to be, 6'4 plus. I feel like they're shorter than that, I might as well throw you over at receiver. I feel like my tight ends should be big, bigger bodies, really good at catching in traffic. Putting their bodies in the way as shields. So A to B in catching traffic, catching, B in his deep route running, medium route running, B to C short. Looks like he'll come in and run the whole route tree pretty well. And then Max McCain here on a day 3 option, just in case we have to wait this long. Great to elite speed yet again. So we're going to see what the NFL Combine and Pro Day say about these guys' 40s. A, catching traffic, A, pass blocking. His run blocking is something to be watched for. His overall catching, not just catching traffic, is pretty low. And the route running is pretty low. But as a day 3 option, gives me something to kind of not have to push tight end early if I need other needs, which we have looked at guys all around the offensive line here in case we lose some guys. You see we have to re-sign a couple of them, and with low money this year, we could be needing to find a starter here on the offensive line that can be moved into guard. So looking more at the run blocking first tier tactics. So, we got picked up a couple of tackles that we were kind of interested in. Centers here that could take over the center spot, round 1 and 2 guys. Also a day 3 guy that I have a little bit interesting here with Channing Carroll. B, pass block, B to C on his run blocking. Right guard John Meeks here, B, run blocking, round 3 to 4 option for us. Right tackle Marion Burley, B, pass block, B to D run block, option for us as well. And then defensively, we are still trying to get this side of the ball better. We're looking basically at every single level. The front 7 here, especially defensive tackle. Kind of got a couple guys here, Carson Kinney, Quincy Winter, Brian Lowe. Round 1 guys, day 3 options. If I should have slide that far, but there wasn't too many actual run stoppers, guys that had good block shed to kind of choose from a defensive tackle. We're looking at the outside linebackers and even middle linebackers this year too as well. So we could be positioned losing spots there. We just drafted a great outside linebacker last year, so maybe getting another rookie on the other side here. Great to elite jumping and all his verticals except for speed. A, zone coverage is what he's going to come in with. I love running zone in the 4-3 if I don't have him blitz. So Kadeem Watson could be somebody good for us. Middle linebacker, we got Cam Griffin, who we have 100% scouted, one of our key 3 guys. He's got A in his zone coverage, but he's a round 3 to 4 talent. So he'll probably come in with a pretty low overall. Probably won't have hidden development. But great to elite speed. He's going to be flying all over the place. He's going to have good zone coverage immediately coming in. B, catching ratings. A on his injury, B in his man coverage also too. So coverage is his A and B. So it looks like the only thing he won't be able to do is kind of like run stop. So if he's coming in as backup possible middle linebacker, that could possibly work because I shouldn't be having 2 linebackers in the field trying to stop the run anyway. Pat Perkins here with his B zone coverage could end up working and would just move his side. So that way he can get on the field and play effectively too as well. C man, B on his play rec, B on his pursuit, A to B in his catching. Could be a great middle linebacker core for us, and he's a day 3 option, so somebody I can get late 6th round, 7th round possibly. Corner, we're focusing on that heavy. tired of Brent's giving up those deep balls and, trying to decide whether I should move Anthony into the slot or outside. So why not just look for some other options here that got good zone coverage, good man coverage too. You see they're all man-to-man guys, but all of them have B zone coverage. Almost all of them have, or one of them, John Peppers, has A in his press. We've got B press here from Brandon Bamble. So a couple of first round options, and I think that's probably what we will do to go with our first round pick. Now, of course, we have two scenarios, or not two scenarios. We have a scenario here for the bye week. Do I want to do team retreat, stay grinding, or self-scouting? I wanted to stay away from stay grinding. Of course, the XP would be great for a young team, but we were doing good. I want to reward the team. Let's take a little trip as a team and have fun. We're on an 11-game winning streak. We're 11-1 in the season. I think that's what I would do as a coach. Of course, I want to get maybe like at least a relaxed practice, but we're for sure at least doing something to celebrate. Like, you guys are playing phenomenal season. The team, it's just like a work environment. The better your employees feel, the better they're gonna work and more productive they're gonna be. The better your teammates and guys underneath you feel about you as a leader, the better they're gonna play for you. And I think we've seen that this season. They really love Coach Cooper, so we're gonna go ahead and keep upgrading Coach Cooper here. So we can also start focusing more specifically, get some more one-on-one training with some of our guys. So I do focus on both sides of the talent tree to go and open up the after-school tutoring to at least give me one more spot there. I could have went for the second spot, but I do want to start to develop our coordinators too as well, because I feel like they're not going anywhere. So I wanted to check my offensive defensive development here to see if there were some good gains. Of course they are, but they would require way more points than I have right now. So it wouldn't make too much sense to kind of head in that direction just yet, when I could go specifically for a coordinator. So looking through kind of what they have to offer here, our offensive coordinator looks like he wants to help out the halfbacks, receivers with their run blocking and juke moves, throwing the run and throwing the pressure for our quarterback, which we've seen actually be a problem. We have skill tree 1 for this. So let's go ahead and go for number 2 for the throw on the run to really help out Anthony Richards out. We've seen him struggle with that area. So I think we want to get this quarterback guru thing almost completely done for our offensive coordinator. Then, of course, start working on defense, because most of our draft picks have been over there anyway, so might as well help out with our younger guys. Now, of course, here, Kyle Pitts. It looks like he's up for his new deal, so we want to go ahead and try to re-sign him. We already know this is going to be tough. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try a player-friendly deal. They have the little presets here, so we started off with that as a base. Now let me see if I can move the salary around to see if we can get him, because he has no interest in the team at all. Even though I wasn't looking to return, at least, that offer put him in a mindset where he might be considering it. At least the money might make it worth it. Now, of course, we got Ryan Kelly here too as well. This one I'm going to lean more towards the team friendly, because he's completely maxed out on his energy. He really wants to come back to us. Which, at 31, is not really much of a market for you anyway. So he doesn't end up taking the first offer though, because I ended up trying to short him a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. Of course, when I see green interest, I'm at least going to test it out. I'm going to see if we can save a little bit of money, go on the team-friendly side, and see if we can really kind of pull this player in. So same thing for DeForest Buckner here, who has very much high interest in us. Right now, he wants his team as a Super Bowl chase, and we actually have the category of league favorite right now. So that's pretty, nice to hear. I can't believe DeForest Buckner's close to home of Hawaii. I did not know DeForest Buckner was from Hawaii. I guess you learn something every day as we go to get his. He says, you love the team, but the money just wasn't right. So we tried those 3 there just because money is tight. So we're doing 3 at a time. All 3 said no. So we'll have to change around the money there to kind of push those guys forward, and we'll end up with a little bit less than we have now. Of course, we got upgrades from the team retreat. I guess they partied hard at the arcades and stuff like that, earned a little bit of press coverage, pressing those buttons in the arcade room. Samson Abukum here, he's got a little upgrade. Maybe he was kind of rushing all over the place to kind of go from game to game. You see, it's pretty good numbers, not a power rusher at all. Definitely more of a finesse and block shed type of guy. So I wanted to go ahead and just upgrade his power rusher. Boy had to bully some guys out of the way in the line. He kind of got a little bit stronger with that. So +2 to his power moves, which leads us into basically the second half of the season, basically just after the bye week. We only got a couple more handful of games left. And you see, standing wise, we actually do clinch the division finally at 11-1. The Jaguars ended up losing in the bye week, so I guess they didn't go on bye with us. I'd imagine this is their bye week then, because it is getting really late in the season. But us and the 49ers have both successfully clinched our divisions. So, top 2 seeds in either conference right now are both playoff bound, at least. Looking like the playoff trips are going to go through Indianapolis and San Francisco. Then a couple more upgrades coming out of this week's practice session as we go ahead and ramp things back up and get ready to take on the city of New York. We have the Giants first, Jets after. Not even going to really take on New York because they're both coming to our place anyway. But a couple of updates for our young guys here. Rookie Vince Anthony getting another upgrade here. 90 man coverage, 80 zone, or 80 press. Sometimes I don't feel like he's got that 90 zone coverage, which I think might play a factor into his awareness. You guys can let me know down below. Does that kind of factor into his awareness? Now we get +3 awareness there, so thankfully, hopefully, he'll stop giving up those just random big plays because they always seem to come in the clutch at the most inopportune moments. Hopefully we don't see it here today against these Giants, as I think they do still have Daniel Jones on the roster as starting QB. So we'll look to go ahead and take them down, continue our winning streak, and come off of this bye week looking pretty good. As who is that? Don't look like Daniel Jones. Christian Nelson. Looks like he's been starting for them for a good minute. 106 pass attempts, over 700 yards, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. When did they put his first thing I want to do obviously is check the injuries. Is Daniel Jones hurt and that's why he's been playing? Nope. Injury to him. Dexter Lawrence Jr. is ready to play but still on the injury list, so that's an L for them for not putting in one of their best pass rushers. Maybe just through sheer practice alone, he's managed to not only get a better overall but perform better. So looks like they moved on from Daniel Jones and going with rookie Christian Nelson. So we'll be facing a rookie in this game, and I imagine he's probably not too happy about having to go against one of the best defenses in the league. I say as we are like ranked number 30 or 28th or something in the back third of the league in pass offense. So it looks like he might be able to have a field day against us through the air, as his first 2 completions do go for a first down. 1st and 10 in the gun here. Throw goes out to the shallow receiver. Looks like he's doing a lot of dink and dunking, throwing short, going to the flats yet again. This time we're there to lock that all the way up though. So his first 3rd down of the game. Trips to the left. Play action to Saquon Barkley. Throw goes out, and oh my gosh, Vincent Anthony got beat. I hope that was zone coverage with how far back he was, but thankfully for them, they had to punt that rock back to us, and now it's time for our offense to get onto the field and do their thing. As you see, we're going pistol here. As always, handoff here going to Zach Moss, who gets tackled down. Great shoestring tackle from the Giants, because that could have went a long way. We'll stay in the pistol here. Gonna hand it off yet again, and that's a good TFL for the Giants there. And getting him in the backfield, loss of 3. We're going to go back to him in the air this time, since on the ground is looking kind of weak. Getting as close to a 3rd and short here. We'll go right back out to the flats, and that's a good come up play there. We're gonna go for it though. 4th and 3. I told you guys I'm aggressive. No reason to show this team any less respect than anybody else, as Michael Pittman Jr. gets the first down, trying to juke his way for a little bit extra, but it'll at least get us onto plus territory here. As Richardson's gonna roll out, nobody's really looking open. He stamps, plants his feet, throw goes out to the halfback. That is not a halfback. That is Josh Downs making the great play there, shortening off the defender. I thought our halfback had leaked out. I completely was not paying attention there, as that was Josh Downs catching it, swiveling out, and you can see the playoff race there too going up in the background. We're the only ones to clinch so far. The Chiefs are right behind us though at 9-3, keeping us from taking that number 1 overall spot so far. And actually, we'll see if we're able to go ahead and claim that in this video. Maybe with a couple more wins, a couple Kansas City losses, a couple Miami losses, a couple Buffalo losses. And just like that, see there's an injury here coming up on the field as our right tackle did get hurt earlier in the game. Pectoral strain, he'll be back soon. No reason to go ahead and force him to come back in. We can easily just go with the backup here and bring in Freeland and hope that he doesn't mess up here for probably about the next drive or 2, maybe even just 1 whole quarter. As we are dropping back, we're going to go to the halfback here. The middle of the field was open. We wanted to wait and get something deeper if possible, and it ends up getting us a 1st and 10 close to the red zone here. We'll go back to Taylor. 5 rushes, 8 yards. It's not been a good day on the ground with the Giants. Obviously been watching their film, making us want to pass a little bit more, but you can only hold this run game for so long as we get the 1st down easily there. To go into the red zone, we'll stay into the gun here. Go right back to Jonathan Taylor again, up the middle. Good gain of 4. We jump to 3rd and 7 here. Roll out to the right. Finds a wide open Mo Ali Cox for the 1st down. Over 100 yards already here as we are early in the 2nd quarter and looking to score our 2nd touchdown of the game. We'll roll out right yet again. Throw goes out. That's Kyle Pitts with the catch. Holding on in a tight window. We're able to make plays happen yet again. And just like that, your Indianapolis Colts are up 14-0. And we will go ahead and take that lead into the half here, actually making 17-0. We were able to attack on a field goal right before. You can see this, the Giants are not moving the ball. -5 passing yards on the game, 96 rushing yards. We are all over this rookie. And they're not able to do anything today. And of course, we'll still take a look at the division opponents, see how they're doing. Tennessee, with only 2 wins on the season, is tied right now with Chicago. Justin Fields still the leader out there with Austin Eckler in the backfield, trying to help out a little bit, getting him a couple more weapons. Let me know down below, what do you guys think? Obviously, I'm recording this at the time before anything's happened, so if something has happened, let me know. But what do you guys think about the whole Bears quarterback situation? Do you think they're right to go try to get Caleb Williams with the first pick? Keep Justin Fields. Me personally, I'm a Justin Fields fan. I don't think he's gotten a fair enough shake out there, so I say keep him, get some O-line help to really help that man out. That's just me. You guys can disagree, though, if you guys want to, down in the comment section below. But I do believe that they should keep Justin Fields. I most say that too as well, so my division rival Atlanta Falcons don't try to go get him. But I also did see some rumors about him going to like maybe Minnesota or there was another team, the Commanders. I wouldn't be mad if he went somewhere over there, not in division, where we would only have to see him like one time, and that would be in the postseason, if that. So go somewhere else if you're going to go to a different team here, as we do get the ball in plus territory already early. And Jonathan Taylor with a great juke move, making the safety look stupid as we are in the red zone already. Hand off to Zach Moss. Great running lane to the left side. Gets us to 1st and goal territory, and we're already trying to increase this lead. Get this 21 scump if possible. Going under center, something rare for us, but it works out in our favor for a touchdown for Josh Downs, his 2nd of the ball game. And just like that, it is 24-zip. This rookie is looking to try to make something happen. We got Saquon in the backfield blinking. So they're going to go ahead and hand it off to him and see what he can do. And oh my gosh, that lane was more wide open than the Red Sea, as he's going to go ahead and take this thing all the way into the Blue Sea, as that is a touchdown for the Giants. Saquon Barkley. Can't remember where they started at, but that was definitely 75. Yeah, about a 75-yard touchdown run on there. And they're actually going to look like they're going to go for 2 here. I mean, they are down a considerable amount. We're here like late in the 3rd quarter. They're going to see what they can do to try to get as close as possible, as quick as possible, to shrink this lead up. Hand it off to Saquon up the middle. He dives across the line of scrimmage. And that play seems so cheesy to me. It seems like every time they just dive, they just somehow are able to have more momentum than anybody coming in and bulldoze their way into the end zone. But because of that, it is now 8-24. Rush is coming from the Giants, and they cause a sack fumble that time. Offensive lineman will pick it up and stumble further into the end zone. And instead of at least being able to get out, the stumble made it be a safety. And now not only do the Giants get the 2 points from that and the 2-point conversion and the touchdown, they also get ball back since we had to punt it to them. So now it is now 24-10. They have full momentum right now. And on 2nd and 10, Saquon still blinking. They throw it out to the flats, and they have their open receiver as he gets dumped into the dirt. Nelson trips to his left, will drop back, clean pocket, rolling right, then back left, throwing off the back foot, right to Kenny Moore Jr. Great way to evade the pocket and move around, but he does throw an interception that we almost take back to our side of the field. As don't ever do that dance again. I always knew y'all DB was fruity. No, I was just playing. As a wide receiver, I had to go ahead and come in with that joke real quick. But we are going to throw this one over the top to our halfback. Jonathan Taylor with the diving attempt is not going to go down, but will shrug and drag his way up to the 8-yard line, as we are already looking to get those points right back. Ending this 3rd quarter in the gun. Looking, rolling right, throws it over the top, and he almost had Downs for his 3rd touchdown of the game. Couldn't quite keep the feet in bounds. So we're going to go right back to the air yet again. This time we're going to go to Michael Pittman Jr. to go and get passing touchdown number 4. Pittman Jr.'s 1st of the game. And now we are really spreading that love around. Downs, Pittman, and Pitts all have touchdowns in this game. And just like that, y'all already knew what time it was, man. This game is over from this point on, man. The defense really shut them out at that point. Those 10 points was all they were able to get. We kind of slowed down and really ran out the clock because we saw there was no point in trying to get more players injured. We ended up winning this game, man, 31-10. Great job. Almost had a complete game shutout here. Just gave it that huge run to Saquon and then the safety. Outside of those 2 mistakes, this could have been a 31-0 game. If even that, I would have went even slower. No points were scored at all in that 4th quarter. And they don't even show their 2 points here in the screen. It shows that they only got 8. So it's not even showing the safety up top. But great game Overall, almost 500 yards of total offense, 7 for 11 on third downs, while we held them to 1 for 9, 4 for 5 in the red zone, 0 for 3 for them. So we were really shutting them out. And 30 minutes of possession time here today really showed who the more dominant team was, as Richardson 16 for 27, actually passing for over 50%, which is a rarity for him, 282 and 4 touchdowns. Nelson, a terrible game, 9 for 21, didn't even eclipse 100 yards throwing through the air. But they did get Saquon 150 yards and a touchdown with his run. Obviously, take that off, we would have had a little bit more leg to stand on. Jonathan Taylor over 100 yards yet again as well, with 83 through the air as well. So over 200 yards all purpose again. Kyle Pitts 4 for 66 and a touchdown. Pittman Jr. with 1 downs. Both of his catches were touchdowns. So shout out to them boys for doing exactly what I expect from them. I just wish we could get a little bit more on the yardage factor, but it is what it is. And then defensively, great way to hold the team to actually 10 points. This is one of our lowest scoring outputs as a defensive unit all season. EJ Speed getting 2 sacks on the day. Pay and Barrett able to tag team for 1. And then Kenny Moore Jr. getting that interception to further level up his season. As Anthony Richardson, 4 touchdown performance, gets him another upgrade here at the end of the game. You can see his accuracies are still about mid 80s, low 80s without the boost. But I do want to start working on his improviser. We've seen him have to throw on the run a lot as the pocket erodes, and he's not able to make those throws. So do want to start getting some throw under pressure and throw on the run. Attributes going up. And it looks like, although we did win, stuff yet to clinch the first overall seed is the Bills and Chiefs are both at 10-3 right behind us. Kind of keeping us from doing that as we look at the whole playoff tree here. The 49ers, Vikings, Cowboys are on the top 3 on the other side. So I don't know how the Vikings are being able to do it right now, but they are winning. And actually, as we go into this next game, I know y'all see that down there. Our first ever practice entry goes to Jonathan Taylor, fresh off of a 200 all-purpose yard week. We're going to have to go into our home, face the other New York team who's coming into town, with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback still, I mind you, and win this game being a running team without a running back. So it's going to be on the hands of this man here, Anthony Richardson. 3,200 yards on the season, 28 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. He's going to have to take down one of the best to play the game. I'd say generously, you could probably give him, and you guys let me know down below. I'd say you can generously probably give Aaron Rodgers at the least, top 15 all time. I think we can, that's the one, I think that point we could all agree, top 15 all time. Top 10 is where it starts to become questionable. If you honestly have him in your top 5, you're going to have to lay down that top 5 with some reasoning for me. But top 15 is where I'll at least say there should be no debates. So here we go, dropping back to the outside. As Aaron Rodgers already getting an early injury to one of his best receivers. Garrett Wilson's going to go down after celebrating, even though he got dumped on his head. Looks like he will be hurt, so we'll have to see how long he's out for. Is they're going to go to the running game then, since their star receiver is down. Breece Hall is going to have to carry, and that man Breece Hall definitely carried my fantasy football teams to a couple dubs. I hope I can stop him here today, though. Go ahead and get your fantasy yards up. You know what I'm saying? It's your second rush, and it's the second big rush of the game. As long as Indianapolis wins, that's all that matters, though. Dropping back here on 1st and 10, throw, swinging it out to Breece Hall yet again. That's 3 straight touches for my boy. Go strong eye formation here. Hand it off to him yet again, getting them closer to a first down. It is 3rd and 3. As this Jets offense is moving pretty seamlessly, throwing out to the tight end there. Is that still Conklin there at tight end as he goes in and goes down? Rodgers here hands it right off to Breeze, who shrugs off 2 tackles and goes into the end zone. I thought DeForest Buckner might have locked that up in the backfield. He almost hit both Breece and Aaron Rodgers as they were in the handoff point. And that dance is ugly. Lazard stop. And somehow he's able to go ahead and squeak his way through not only him, but also a second defender and go ahead and get into the end zone. Now it's going to be up to us to do similar thing here. And we're going to have to be a running back guy committee. As you guys see, Tyler Goodson. I think he's halfback number 4 on the depth chart right now. Getting into, or actually, yeah, number 4. Getting into the game right now as he's able to go ahead and get us a first. We go to Zach Moss right after him to get us a first. And Zach Moss will probably be the main feature back here, but we will be utilizing some of our other running backs and some of their other skills. So while Tyler was in on that play, he's the running back with the most speed after Taylor. So I feel like a triple option would be better with more speed as the guy behind him. Zach Moss is the best all-around back, so that's why he'll be getting a majority of the carries here. And then on 3rd and 5, we will still be throwing that rock. It's Josh Downs with the catch and fumbling it out. as thankfully Zach Moss was there to pick it up. Almost ruining our first drive of the day, as we're going to go ahead and go right back to him then. Let Josh get that confidence back up, getting enough for the first down there. And just like that, we're able to successfully move this rock. We're going to go play fake here. Looking pretty clean pocket, and we throw it over the top to Kyle Pitts. Getting us into the red zone at the 15. He was wide open there too. They looked like they were in a cover 3 zone. We were just able to find the open gap, and then we're going back to Zach Moss, shrugging one tackler and getting taken down by 2 as Ryan Kelly, starting center, will go down with an injury here. 3rd and 6. Rolling out to our right, looking, firing, and we have Josh Downs yet again. 3 targets on the drive, 3 catches, and that one almost put him into the end zone as he's 3 for 33 on the day. As we're down to the 1-yard line, Kelly will not be coming back to the game with the bruised sternum, so we'll be playing with the backup center as well as no starting halfback for the rest of the game. But that will not matter as Zach Moss will go ahead and get into the cribbo with our first touchdown of the game, tying things up for Indianapolis. Okay, let's see what celebration y'all practiced this week. You know, we had a whole bye week to go ahead and practice more celebrations, and there we go. At least y'all taking celebrations from the fun that we had over the bye week. I love it. So a little sack race leadership there as Zach Moss wins that race. Hopefully he'll continue to win this race as far as rushing yards, as that man Breece Hall has been a beast all day. Not going to him here, though, as they will go to the tight end for the first down. And Rodgers still looking strong, but still throwing short. Hasn't attempted anything down the field as this throw will go out. They get enough for the first at the 14-yard line. Looks like this will be a handoff to Breece, who will be taken down for a small gain of 3. So they switch the formation here. Probably just flip the play around. Throw will go out to the tight end, and we go ahead and knock him down to make it 4th and 3. They're just going to go ahead and settle for their 3. Not going to attempt to try to go for it this close. They are only 8 yards away from 6 points, but they'll just go ahead and take their 3 points. I guess that's respect to us, knowing that we're already a strong team. You got to get your points when you can. And they actually take their first or second lead of the game, as it's now 10-7 here in the second quarter. About 6 minutes to go. We're looking to throw this ball deep. That is Jonathan Taylor. Or no, I said Jonathan Taylor. Same position, different player. That is Zach Moss making the play up the sideline, showing he might be able to be a receiving back too as well. Although he did get hurt after that catch. So you will see undrafted rookie Torrey McDougal go ahead and come into the game, taking his first ever carry for a long run, then being a part of the read option here, which Anthony Richardson gets taken out quickly. But we'll have to see if we see Zach Moss come back in the game too as well, as this is going to be a handoff back to Torrey. Getting a gain of 3 there, going to 3rd and 5. We'll have to switch it up and go to the air. Up the middle is looking open. We get a great block from the tight end right there as Anthony Richardson gets us into goal territory. 6 yards away from pay dirt. We'll go in and go right back to the halfback as Torrey gets locked up into the backfield. Can't even blame him on that one. That was all bad offensive line blocking. So on 2nd and goal, let's go back to him, see if we can get a little bit better blocking. And kind of, but if Quentin Nelson had got there faster, we probably would have scored. So let's go ahead and just go through the air, try to get this touchdown, or at least seemingly do that, as Anthony Richardson takes that to the left, sensed the pressure from the right, saw the hole open up, and he just scored in himself. As here goes another. What? Oh, thank you. Whoever cut that scene out, thank you, because I don't know what celebration was about to go down, but it is not going to be better than this halftime celebration, at least. We are back up 14-10, man, after we rushed into that touchdown, and we have our lead right back. And so we're going to look at a couple other scores here. Do we get the Chiefs or Bills that show up so I can see if they lose? First off, rip is Houston and Baltimore, which Baltimore is in the playoff picture right now. 21-7, losing though to Houston. CJ Stroud having a pretty big game. PJ Walker leading the Ravens, so maybe an injury to Lamar Jackson. Hopefully he'll be back for the playoffs so they can make a deep run. Division rivalry game down here is Jacksonville is getting got beasted on by Tennessee, 27-14. Okay, Tennessee trying to make a little bit of a comeback, so they're not completely out of place. And I think the Jaguars, I mean, even if there's a wild card chance, I think their season is pretty much done at this point. We'll probably be the only ones representing the AFC South in this year's postseason, as we're going to go right back to Zach Moss coming back into the game. Just needed a quarter off, so that halftime performance was all he needed to go ahead and get re-healthy backed up. And we're going to go right back to him again here with the handoff to the left side. Still not much room to move. Pocket looking clean, as that's going to go past Mo Alley Cox. Interception here by the Jets. And I don't know who that is. I thought it was CJ Mosley. I'm about to say he normally wears 57, but I couldn't remember if he was still in the Jets. CJ Mosley somehow was able to get that one past the diving Mo Alley Cox, set the Jets up with great field position out of the half. And we'll have to see if they make good use of this because they need to score. Dropping back, throw over the middle, and somehow is able to get that pass completed off. It'll be 1st and goal now as they actually go to 3rd and goal here. First 2 rushing attempts did not work, so they'll go through the air, finding their tight end yet again, getting into the end zone. As actually that is receiver Tyler Boyd getting them a touchdown and giving them the lead back. So we've been trading back and forth here all day. We'll go ahead and toss this one out once again to Tyler Goodson as he will juke and make the safety look stupid, getting tackled forward for extra yards, getting us to the 41. So this running back by committee has seen all 3 other backs get a carry here. We're only just missing Evan Hull to go ahead and make something happen. As he's the last back to not get anything here today. But Zach has been looking pretty good as the featured premier back. I'd say it's probably about 60% of his carries, 10% for the others. And that percentage just decreased heavily as he's going to go ahead and limp his way off the field. As we now have Torrey back in the game, but no problem at all as he rushes for a 1st down on 3rd and 7. We're getting closer to the red zone. Richardson showing nice poise here despite some of his key players being hurt. Gets Alec Pierce over the middle. Making it 3rd and short. We'll go right back to a handoff. Torrey to the left side. Trucking, or he's dragging his way through a defender to get us up to the 11-yard line. So we'll go ahead and go right back to him, or so they thought, with the read option. Great block from the receiver on the outside. That is another read option touchdown for Anthony Richardson. Getting back into the end zone as he spikes that thing down. And hey. Finally, somebody learned some better dance moves. He's going to celebrate with his teammates there, getting us the touchdown, giving us the lead back. And now it's going to be back up to the Breece Hall-led run game to get New York back into this ball game. And then yet another quarter. We're going to step our way into the 4th here. Still up 21-17, but they are on our side of the field and marching, as that is a great job there from Garrett Wilson, who did return back to the game shortly after the 1st quarter with his 1st quarter injury. He was not out too long, but they will go back to Tyler Boyd here with a great catch on the outside. Pierre Collins making the tackle, saving a touchdown there, but it will be goal territory as it's 2nd and goal. Empty look here from the Jets. Dropping back, throw goes to not outside, but it will go into the ground as that's a fumble. Samson Ibukum coming off the left edge. Aaron Rodgers tried to roll out, and we were able to go look at him. I don't know what he's pointing at because it's definitely, it's a 1st down, but for us, as he rolls out, as soon as he turns around, Samson is there ready to go ahead and take him down. Zaire Franklin getting the ball back, and we stop their chance to score any points here on this drive. As now it'll be up to our offense to try to eat up some of this 4th quarter and go get us a lead back. Staying in the gun look here. We'll throw it out to the halfback yet again. Is that Zach Moss, who comes back into the ball game. Maybe just a little sprain on the ankle. Need a couple drives off. So we'll go ahead and let him get that here as we go to Kyle Pitts on the next throw. Getting it to 2nd and 5. Trips close to the left. We'll throw it to Mo Alley Cox for the great 1st down grab. And getting us to about midfield. 2-by-2. Looking. Pitts wide open on the left side. Trucks through. Drags through. And gets taken down by 2. But not before he puts us onto our side of the field. 35 yards away from pay dirt. We're going to roll out to the left. Throwback. Or roll out to the right. Throwback left. As Richardson's looking strong in the pass game right now. No halfback, so he's got to show that he can throw that rock, as Zach Moss almost gave it back to the other team. That would not have been good to go ahead and give that right back to them. But now we're going to roll out to the right here, trying to use Anthony Richardson's speed, but somehow the defensive lineman is just as fast. As on 4th and 4, the game on the line, you know we got to go for it. We're going to risk it here. Throw will go out to Michael Pittman Jr. as he slips through one and gets taken down, but not before he gets into the red zone. Great play by Michael Pittman Jr. The man that we can trust to make plays when I need him to. Alec Pierce is who I'm talking about, not Michael Pittman Jr. As he goes down, grabbing his arm after the catch. Way to at least hold on. Go ahead and come sit down, man, for the rest of the game. You did your one play that I needed you to, because Zach Moss is going to finish it off for us every time. 2nd touchdown of the game. I think it's only his 3rd of the season. As we not only extend the lead up, but we took off a lot of that 4th quarter from 10 minutes down to only 4. As Aaron Rodgers has some work to do here. And he's going to go ahead and start off by throwing the ball deep, but not to anybody. In 2nd and 10, we're going back. Man coverage yet again, rolling out to his left, and he gets taken down. Group sack there from Juan Barrett. I think Samson and Bukum was the other one on the tackle. As on 3rd and 21, they're going to look to try to get some of this yardage back as he's going to try to rush out of the pocket and get taken down again by Samson. They're going no huddle here, so must have saw something that they liked. On 4th and 21, this could be very bad. Pretty clean pocket, rolls out to his right side, plants his feet in, throws it up, and he gets the catch. Julius Brents just stood there and let Garrett Wilson catch that on the sideline, didn't attempt to knock it out or anything. At least he made the tackle so it wasn't a touchdown. But now they just got off of a 4th and 21, and there's still 3 minutes left to go. So you know they're going to be trying to run the hurry up here. Going no huddle. Back-to-back plays, 2nd and 11. Rodgers has a pretty clean pocket as we're not even getting any pass rush anymore. Guys are tired, and Garrett Wilson says, let me go ahead and give y'all some water break then. Going to the house. As Garrett Wilson goes in and takes that thing into the end zone for the Jets, and they're going to go for 2 here. They're not satisfied with being down 4. They want to be down 3, and they will go ahead and get it on the quick slant there to the outside. Gibson able to go ahead and catch that and then make love to the football, I guess, as the slants play is easy and able to work for him. Now if they can get a stop, they'll only need 3 to send this into OT. This game is getting close out of nowhere, as we're going to have to get a big return here by KJ Hamler going up the middle as he gets us up to the 27. One play should at least take us to the 2-minute warning here. We're going with the triple option. Throw to Tyler Goodson yet again, trying to juke his way forward, but he'll be taken down. Just his 3rd carry of the game, going 30 yards. And coming out of the 2-minute warning, it'll be 2nd and 5. We'll go Zach Moss to the left side. That's going to be enough to get us the first down that we need. Trying to get them to come up off of those timeouts. They use their first one. We'll go with the dive up the middle here by Moss to get the second one. And then on 2nd and 8, we'll go back to the left. Great hole opens up. That's more than enough for the first down for Zach Moss. He'll stay in bounds, although he was running towards that out-of-bounds marker. And just like that, we eat up the final timeout, take our knees. We're going to go ahead and respect the Jets on this one, man, and just get out of this ball game that I feel like was way closer than it needed to be. As we ended up winning this thing, man, 28-25. That last drive by the Jets had me worried to get them the ball back, as Garrett Wilson was not playing no games on those 2 big long catches. Rodgers was moving out of the pocket like he typically does, making things happen. And then to get the 2-point conversion was just icing on the cake, as Richardson did what I needed him to do, passing over 50 yards on the day, or 50% over the day. 213 yards on the ground, 210 yards through the air for 400 yards of total O. It was a good day. A lot of first downs coming our way. You see it's a pretty heavy scoring game all the way throughout. Points were just scored nonstop throughout every quarter. 5 for 9 on our 3rd downs, 4 for 5 in the red zone. Got to make sure we're getting 100% if possible, but at least they were all touchdowns with 4 of them. Rodgers with his 2 touchdowns, 262 yards through the air, attempting 36 passes. Richardson, no touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Is definitely going to hurt the touchdown to interception ratio. But we were at least able to get it done through the ground. Zach Moss, 2 rushing touchdowns today, 91 yards, almost had him 100 piece. Brees, 93 yards, so he was doing good consistently too. No extremely long carry. Only had a 20-yarder. Richardson with 50. Torrey with 39, Tyler with 30, and even Evan Hull did get him a carry with 3. So every single running back got to touch the ball today, even our quarterback. So shout out to the running back by committee by the Indianapolis Colts. Over 100 yards there, of course, for Garrett Wilson. And then for us, Kyle Pitts, 76 yards. And then kind of after that, Josh Downs ended up finishing with 3 for 33. So after the first drive of the game, he did not see another target. Defensively, way to hold these guys for most of the game, keeping it close throughout. Samson and Bukum actually led in TFLs today with 3 of them, 2.5 sacks. Probably should have got 3 by himself, but Juan Barrett had to come in. Actually, I think Juan Barrett was the first one to get there, so it should have been 1 sack, but it is what it is, man. We'll go ahead and come out of the game, try to finish up these negotiation talks, build off these last offers that we have. You see with the offers that we got, it'll only leave us with around $23 million in cap space, so with us having to overpay for Kyle Pitts here, as he still does not sign, I don't think. We are looking to try to get some of these guys down on contracts. There we go. So we got Kyle Pitts. We got Ryan to sign back. Now the next one is just DeForest Buckner here. We're going to try to offer him just a little bit more money. Maybe I could have upped the years to help save, but we ended up getting all 3 of those guys to go ahead and sign their deals and go ahead and come back to the squad. So we're making it a little bit stronger, helping script the offensive line, defensive line, and our tight end spot. Of course, now the next options are Will Fries, Zaire Franklin. As Fries will take another week to think about his offer. Franklin here, he's going to go ahead and sign his deal and just be happy with it. And then one quick look at the stats update here as we're getting close to the end of the season. It's probably the last one, and then won't check these again until the end. But Anthony Richardson, 30,445 yards, 28 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. Jonathan Taylor, over 1,518 touchdowns. Anthony Richardson, 650 and 8 touchdowns. And yeah, like I told you guys, that was Zach Moss' second and third touchdowns of the season, as he's gone 33 for 173. Hasn't seen the ball much this year, but we also don't do like a running back by committee like most teams do. Jonathan Taylor is just a workhorse. Kyle Pitts with 853 yards, 7 touchdowns. Pittman Jr. 803 and 6 touchdowns. We could be seeing 2 guys hit 1,000. Downs at 630, 7 touchdowns. Looks like he'll probably just be just a little bit short. But we are spreading the ball around to a lot of different receivers. Even Pierce has over 300 yards, so shout out to him with making like these 1 to 2 catches a game. Defensively, TFLs, DeForest Buckner's up to 38 now. Only 2.5 sacks, but we great in the run game. And then Samson Ebukam having a career year here with us at age 29, 81 on his finesse move, so not like extremely crazy on his ability to get to the quarterback, but 13.5 sacks this year is more than he had last year with his first year with the Colts at 9.5, and actually a career high. So never give up, kids. Like you can still eclipse and hit your peak at different times, and my man is peaking at age 29, finally getting career high in sack numbers. He's actually got to, I feel like, be leading the NFL in that. I feel like. Same thing with Kenny Moore Jr. with 7 interceptions on the year too as well. Still kind of broken here, so you can't go to the NFL to look at it. So we'll look NFC, AFC. We are leading there with the interception numbers with Kenny Moore Jr. with 7. The next closest is 4. 13.5 sacks is beating Aaron Donald, who has 13 exactly. So that half sack that he was able to get into gives him the lead. So great job with him for that. Receiving here, I see CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown. The only guys over 1,000. That's interesting. Where's everybody else? Chris Olave almost there too, as well as touchdown leader is Brandon Ayuk with 14 of them things. Amon-Ra St. Brown with 12, leading the way. And then rushing here. See, where is Jonathan Taylor? Has more yards than that. Oh, oops! I forgot to switch this thing back to the NFL. We're still on just NFC view, so that's why it looks so weird. Okay, so going back to receiving, Tyreek Hill is leading the league in yards with 1,300. Demario Douglas behind him with 12. And then Tyreek Hill also has 15 touchdowns receiving too as well, leading the way in the Nats. Before we get to everybody else, okay, good. Now it makes a little bit more sense. So shout out to Tyreek Hill with the Dolphins still leading things as far as receivers go. Rushing, Jonathan Taylor taking his rightful spot on top, but CMC does have over 1,500 yards as well. The next closest is Saquon with 11. So still pretty far away in that aspect as far as anybody else coming up and challenging. 18 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor is also leading the way too as well. Right behind him though, Isaiah Pacheco, 17 of them things for Kansas City. So he's been a red zone threat to say the least. And then passing, we do have nobody at 4,000 yards yet, but Joe Burrow is leading the way with 3,738. Mahomes 3,707, and then the rookie Lewis Klein, 3,600 yards at 3rd place is not too bad. While Richardson sitting at 5th after the bye week is come and gone. Touchdowns with 30 for Patrick Mahomes, Dak with 28, tied with Anthony Richardson, but his 16 interceptions is definitely the most by some of these guys that have high numbers. Not leading the league though is Watson has 18, and Baker Mayfield is 12 for 20 on the year. So pray for Denver. But that'll go ahead and end the episode, man. Next time out, we will see another tough opponent here as we get to go up against rookie Lewis Klein and the Minnesota Vikings, as they're 11-3, looking like the 2 seed right now on the NFC side. We'll be taking them on, and we'll probably get through Jacksonville as well. Finish up our last division opponent. Try to see if we can wrap up this home field advantage through the postseason, and then we'll probably just do the Patriots and the end of the regular season / postseason preview in the episode after that one. And it'll be postseason time, man. We've managed to make our way through it. Can we win a Super Bowl and turn this team into a dynasty this quick? I don't know, but we will see. Hopefully we don't choke in the playoffs, because that would suck. Obviously we're gonna have to do some serious rebuilding after this year too as well, because it looks like we could be missing a lot of key pieces, and it doesn't look like we're gonna have any money in free agency to do so. So it's gonna be built through the draft from here on for a little bit. But if you guys are enjoying the series, please leave a like, comment, subscribe on your way out. It'll help share it to more people, man. Road to 500 subs, road to 1K subs. And I will catch you guys in the next video. It's your boy SGG, aka SmooveGotGames, aka Coach Cooper. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. I'm out for the day. Later.